Hello and welcome to this Study Essentials webinar for the Digital Finance Digital Certificate. My name's Courtney and I'm part of the team at Guided Learning, and we've created some support resources to help you here. So why do the digital certificate? Well, reaping the benefits of these stackable qualifications. You do some micro-credentials, you combine them together, and it's in one of the most in-demand areas in business and finance. So doing the certificate lifts the digital micro-credentials up to that higher capability level, higher order thinking. And the great thing is you're demonstrating capability and expertise, but also discipline to future employees, the willingness to go and train up, skill up, and show your capabilities. So this digital certificate links or stacks the 6 micro-credentials together, and it tests your understanding not just of those micro-credentials, but how it combines together into an overall relationship. So that's why it says it measures your understanding in totality. And so there are 12 learning objectives. They're not the same objectives you covered in the micro-credentials. And this is regarded as a capstone assessment. And the level of difficulty is slightly higher than the micro-credential assessment. So it's at the AQF level 8. So 2 things I want to take you through: what to expect with the certificate and how to prepare for a successful assessment. So what to expect. So here are the 6 micro-credentials you've worked through. Most people started the digital finance ecosystem, and the logic sort of flows through the future money, data analytics, and then concludes with that overall governance and control mindset. So we're going to piece these together into an overarching certificate. And to assess this, there are questions, and they're going to be based on 12 objectives. So these 12 objectives are listed here, and I'm not going to talk through all of them, but what we've done is created video and quiz resources linked to each of these with examples, concepts, and as a chance for you to think about them, dwell on them, and assess yourself. So you'll see some of them up the top are about understanding the challenges and what it means to be an accountant. And a lot of this is linked to leadership in these areas. It's not just doing digital finance, it's understanding how to encourage others, support implementation, selecting the right tools, justify the use. So you're interacting with stakeholders as well. Then we get into that more grunt work, things like evaluating big data, designing requirements for a data strategy, designing good data visualization reports. And down the bottom, you'll see the final 2 objectives are about risk management, control, good systems of implementation. We can't just charge ahead. This is an area fraught with danger if it's not done properly. So for your formal assessment, there's 1 exam. It takes an hour and a half, and there'll be 30 questions worth 30 marks. Mostly multiple choice questions, the regular type, with a few drag and drop, and the chance of multiple select. This is a multiple choice question where there is more than 1 correct answer. So that lifts the level of difficulty. So steps for success. We think this is the process you should follow. So you're watching the Essentials webinar. The next step is to do a pre-test. And this is a set of questions. And you'll see this as you navigate through Guided Learning. It's the second item on the contents listing. So you go into this Digital Finance Digital Certificate pre-test, and you'll be given a 1-hour quiz. And this takes you and tests you on the micro-credentials you've already completed. Just a quick test to bring those concepts back to the front of your mind, and a chance, if you get some wrong, to reflect on the answers. Once you've completed that pre-test, it's time to go through each of the objectives. And you can see here on the right-hand side that these objectives are listed, and inside each objective is a video, normally about 6 to 9 minutes long, that talks about the concept and gives some examples. And then there's a mini quiz as well attached. So for each objective, you can do some thinking and get some prompts and some guidance. And you just work your way through each of the 12 objectives. Once you've watched each of these videos and done the mini quizzes, you're ready to move into the practice exam situation. So with the practice exam, it's at the bottom. So once you made it to objective 12, there it is, an hour and a half long, 30 questions worth 1 mark each, 25 single option correct and 5 multi-option correct type of multiple choice questions. So just click Start Practice Exam. You can see that down the bottom. You'll be prompted to start it again. And then you work through that exam, and then you work through the solutions. You'll get a result, and you can see what you got right, what you got wrong, and you'll see a breakdown by learning objective. So you can see which areas you're stronger in and where you might need to consider more work. Then you get to the formal course assessment. And it's just going to take you through what the screens will look like so you're a little bit familiar before you go live. So if you log into My Online Learning, you'll see it there and click play, and you're going to get a pop-up of PDF policies and system requirements in this area. So that's a get familiar so that your course assessment goes smoothly. The next thing you're going to do is in your listings, go to the digital certificate exam. And so you click play on this. That's going to take you to the Cirrus dashboard. So they're hosting the exam platform, and you'll click on your digital finance capstone. So you just need to click start test. Here it comes. And then what's going to happen, you'll get your regular warnings. Here's your exam rules. Here are the regulations, confidentiality. So this is a formal assessment. So you have to take this seriously. From there, it'll test your browser and make sure it's valid. And it'll give you a confirmation of your exam details, how many questions are coming, your start time, items like that. And when you're inside your exam, you'll be able to pop up things calculated, unlikely to need it, but you can increase the font or shrink it if you want to adjust the reading size. And down the bottom, you can see Notepad. You can flag a question for review and come back to it later if you're not sure. And then you can complete your assessment. Then you've got your declaration, which you have to complete as part of your completing the certificate. Answer all the questions, hopefully successfully finish, click submit, and then click next. And you'll get your overall report, and it'll tell you how you've performed, where are your areas of strength or weakness, and hopefully you perform extremely well. So I hope that quick tour gets you prepared for this certificate. And if you have any further queries, please contact Member Services. I hope you find the rest of the resources useful as part of your further studies. Thanks.